Hi everybody and happy Easter. This is our British Easter snacks extravaganza. We've got a ton of stuff to go through today. Hope you're all doing well. I understand that you're coming out of lockdown finally in some capacity, so I'm very happy to hear about that. And I don't know if that's maybe depending on where you are in the UK or if that's the whole of the UK. But in any event, I hope that you're able to get out at least a little bit more than you have been able to for the last couple of months. And hope that you're going to have a nice Easter. We have a bunch of things here that I got. And again, we have no idea if these are things that are actually popular there or if it's just what the place that I ordered from happened to have available. So you can tell us what you think in the comments. At the end of this video, we're also going to show you a few American Easter snacks. And we'll talk more about those later. Just a couple. Well, I should say a few. But, all right, we've got a ton of stuff here.
I'm just going to pick it really quick.
Oh, geez, be careful. Careful. This thing is huge. All right. So the first thing that we have here is, of course, he went for the big granddaddy of all of these.
I didn't know it was a huge cake.
Yeah, there's a lot of Cadbury stuff here. And this is a Cadbury Mini Eggs Chocolate Gateau. Now, this is about, here, I'm going to put this on a plate. It's a sort of vaguely egg-shaped cake that has little Cadbury mini eggs on top. Stop taking the fork. I'm going to cut a piece so that we can see what it looks like. So it's vaguely egg-shaped, as you will see in the close-up, and it's got a bunch of little Cadbury mini eggs on top. So I'm just going to cut a piece out of this.
Yeah, I'm not going to have like barely any. That's way too big.
No, we're just going to share this one piece.
Okay.
So, because I wanted to see kind of...
eggs.
Yeah, you can have a little. It's probably like a malted milk ball egg. Actually, it's just chocolate, right? With a candy shell. It's not malted. I thought it was going to be like a...
But it's really good chocolate.
It is good chocolate. I thought it was going to be like a Whoppers kind of thing. I mean, Maltesers. Whoppers is the American version of Maltesers. Or same type of thing, anyway. All right. So, we've got this chocolate cake that I have just made chocolate crumbs. It's got these little sort of chocolate curls all over the top of it. I'll give you a fork, and I will take a fork. And when you cut it open, there's sort of different layers. Actually, they're not top to bottom, though. They're side to side, which is pretty unusual. So, all right, you want to take a bite?
Yeah.
And then I'll take a bite. And as Enzo has said in the past, he is not necessarily the world's biggest cake fan. This is a little bit crumbly.
I didn't even get any.
All right, so my first impression is that it's very dry. The cake itself is very dry, which I'm a little disappointed by. Especially if you're going to have a chocolate cake, I would love it if it was very, very moist. And this one was not at all. So there's a chocolate. Well, don't keep eating it. We got a million.
Just one girl.
Well, you can take that off the plate. The icing or frosting or whatever the, let's see what the description says here on the back, if there is one. So this says chocolate flavored sponge layered with a filling, covered in milk chocolate and decorated with milk chocolate eggs in a crisp sugar shell and milk chocolate curls. So the chocolate flavor filling I thought was pretty good. Did you like that?
I can't really tell.
Yeah, but the cake itself is really dry, and the whole thing is very heavy. I mean, for the size this is, the thing weighs like a metric ton. Slight exaggeration. All right, so as far as a cakey kind of dessert goes,
the eggs on top are better than the actual cake.
Yeah, I mean, what would you give this? I'm not sure I would give this more than about a 5.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it was just as a cakey kind of dessert, it's just very, very average, and chocolate flavor is fine. Again, the filling was decent. The chocolate Cadbury mini eggs on top were good, but the cake itself was kind of lacking as far as I'm concerned. So our first thing, well, I don't know if I'd say trash, but not the best in the world.
That's not a good, I guess, presentation, or how do you say that?
I don't know.
Entrance for these things, so we have more.
Right. It's not a good introduction to British Easter snacks. All right. So, all right, cool. Okay. So how about if next we do these, since we have so many cakey kind of things. All right. So this one is, you want to read it?
Jelly Babies Chicks.
Made by?
Oh, Maynards.
Maynards.
Bassetts.
Bassetts. Maynards Bassetts. And there's little chicks all over the package, and they're telling us happy. I know you love these Jelly Baby kind of things, don't you? So they're little, little chicks of different colors and flavors, covered in a very fine sugar type of thing. These are good. I'm gonna have another flavor. I don't know what flavor I just had, but it was good.
Jelly Babies are like gummies, but they're like...
I think they're way better.
I don't know how to explain it.
Well, they're more jelly than gummy. You can, it's kind of, if you bite into a typical gummy bear, it's kind of hard to pull it apart, and it doesn't want to come apart. These come apart easily, and they're still soft and chewy. And one more, that's it. Yeah. Then we got to move on. Fruit flavored jelly chicks. That's all it says on the back. Natural colors, natural flavors. We like to hear and see that, and we especially like to taste that. Okay, what do you think about those? I thought those were pretty good.
Like
oh gosh, I got
9? Because Jelly Babies are overpowered.
They're overpowered. I got a splinter somehow. I don't even know where that came from, but it does not feel good. I think I got it.
Really good.
Yeah, those are very good. I would give those. I'd give those a solid 8.5. So not quite as high as you, but all right. So let's try another cakey kind of thing first. Or actually, why don't we go with this? So these, we've got some Mr. Kipling Lemon Bakewells, and the box has a little picture of a bunny coming out of an egg, which you don't see a lot in nature. And there are 6 of these little mini lemon pies, I guess, in this package. So we're just going to take one out, and you'll see it in the close-up. All right, so do you want to take a bite out of that, and then I'll take a bite out of it from the other side, so I don't get your horrible kid cooties?
You're not going to like it. It's way too sweet for you.
Actually, I don't find it that sweet.
At the end.
Really? I don't know. I don't think it's that sweet, to be honest. There's way more. I will say it's interesting because there's way more crust than there is filling. I mean, look at how thick the crust is on the bottom. It's like, I would say 75% on the bottom of these things, 75% crust, and then maybe 25% of the rest of the thickness of it is the lemon custard, I'm guessing it is. Light pastry cases, a layer of lemon-flavored curd, lemon-flavored sponge, and topped with a soft lemon-flavor icing. Yeah, I think these are good. It is kind of like the sweetness is lingering now, but I didn't think it was too sweet at all. I think it was actually pretty tasty. And it is a nice, because it's lemony and citrusy, it is kind of lighter than, if it was like, say, chocolate. I thought it was pretty good. Not the best thing in the world.
I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I would say, oh my God, we've got 20 million things to try here, right?
I had a little.
Yeah, you did have a smaller bite. Okay, so what would you rate this? I'm going to give it a 7.
A 7.
7. Oh, you psyched me out right there. All right, I'm just going to put this over here. And you'll notice we're doing a lot of jumping around here, and that's because, as you will see in a few minutes, there's one thing that we had to try a couple weeks ago because it was going to expire, so we just cut that in, which is why we're wearing different clothes in that too. But all right, you want to pick one?
Mars.
The Mars. Okay, so this is a Mars, full-size Mars bar and milk chocolate egg. Now, unfortunately, well, the cute thing is it comes in this, little baskety kind of. So in shipping, the chocolate egg broke into about 1,000 pieces. So why don't we just try the chocolate by itself? You take this piece.
What?
And that's the Mars bar. So it's just a hollow chocolate egg and then a Mars bar.
That's a ripoff.
In this little basket. So, I was giving this to you and you took a gigantic piece. Okay.
I'm not having.
Oh, yeah.
Take the...
That's good. That's good chocolate.
Really?
You didn't like it?
tastes like stuff we have here.
No, at the end, don't you think it's a lot creamier? To me, it was a lot creamier at the end.
Oh,
But when you're eating it, it is way too sweet for me.
wait, I thought it was gonna be a Mars egg filled with whatever.
No,
Mars
no,
bar.
and it's the same with that. There's a candy bar in there, and then just a hollow chocolate egg.
That's
All right, do you want to try the Mars bar since we got it here, or
Yeah.
should we? Okay. Not very Eastery necessarily, but we don't have Mars bars in the U.S. anymore.
Are we gonna do a Mars bar?
It doesn't matter. We'll just do it now.
Do you like these? Or you can do it?
That's pretty tasty. Now, it doesn't taste like the way I remember it when I was a kid, when they actually used to sell Mars bars in the United States, which they do not anymore. I remember it differently, and I don't know if it was just that the formula was different for what we had here versus the original from the UK, but it's much sweeter than I remember, and the overwhelming flavors are the chocolate and the caramel, whereas I think the Mars bar here had nougat and some kind of nuts in it. Maybe I might be misremembering that. I'll have to look that up.
I
but
like nougat.
I like nougat too. So what did you think of the Mars bar?
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fine. I didn't absolutely love it, and I remember loving Mars bars when I was a kid. That's why I think that. Oh, that's not a good thing.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
get some water.
Okay, wait. Before you get water, what would you rate the chocolate egg, and what would you rate the Mars bar? I'd rate the chocolate egg a 6.
Chocolate egg like a 4. It's like,
Ooh.
it's not like good. It's just black.
I thought it was a little creamier while you're eating it, and then,
Okay.
I mean, at the end, while you're eating it, a little too sweet, but creamy at the end. And what about the Mars bar? Mars bar,
6.
yeah, I would give it a 6. I gave both of them a 6.
Good.
All right, you want to go get your water?
Yep.
Okay, the next thing that I would like to try are these Cadbury Mini Eggs Choc cakes. Not
Wait.
chocolate, Choc.
That looks good.
It's like the first half of Choc and not chalk that you write with on the chalkboard. All right, so let's take one of these out. And again, these are little tiny cakes covered in chocolate with a little Cadbury Mini Egg on top. Here, I will let you have the egg.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
getting a little bit of-
and then I'm just going to try to break this in half, and we'll each have half of it. So there's some kind of like cream filling underneath the chocolate on top of the cake. So
I like that.
I feel like it's almost the same cake that was in that chocolate Gateau that we had, but much more moist.
I like that.
Yeah, that was good. The cake, it was still a little bit dry. It wasn't the most moist thing in the world, but it was definitely better than that chocolate Gateau.
I don't think it was dry at all.
And the combination of that cream filling underneath the icing on top, underneath the chocolate coating on top, made it more moist. So that was actually pretty good. I like that. I would give that, probably give that an 8.
7.5.
7.5. All right. All right, so the next Easter treat that we are going to try are Mr. Kipling Exceedingly Good Cakes Egg Fancies. What is an egg fancy, you ask?
Is it going to taste like an egg?
It's hopefully not going to taste like an egg. I don't want to eat a treat that tastes like an egg, unless it's potato chips, because those are really good. This is a golden sponge fancy with a vanilla flavor topping, covered with the vanilla flavor fondant icing. Sounds pretty good to me. So what do these look like? By the way, the reason we're wearing different clothes is these were going to expire, so we're doing these. We did
Way
actually
earlier.
made this video way earlier than the rest of them. So do you want to just share one?
Yeah.
All right. So these are like our little...
Oh, it's like all
It's all
icing, and then at the bottom it's
Yeah,
like,
you can see the cake exposed at the bottom. Yeah, just bite half of it. And it's cool. It's got like a little egg part on the top that's covered with fondant, I guess, and little stripy icing.
I like it.
And look inside.
It's orange.
Yeah, there's actually a little orange bit inside so that it looks like the yolk of the egg.
I like it.
That's pretty cool.
Well, yolk is usually yellow, though.
Not in Europe. They're, the egg yolks are much darker there.
Oh. Well, it was good, but I'm not a huge fan of cake, so it was like, it wasn't like insane, but
Yeah, it's good. It's a nice little cake, and it's a good size. It's only, you know, a few centimeters square by a couple centimeters high, and then there's a little egg, the egg decoration on top, which I like. It's not too big of a snack, which is cool. So what would you rate that?
I'll rate it maybe a 7.5.
7.5 is what I'm gonna rate it. High five for 7.5 for the Mr. Kipling Egg Fancies.
Go.
All right, ooh, let's see. What do you want to do next? Just kidding. Those are in a different video.
What the?
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we got another thing from Mr. Kipling, which is these are LemonWhirls, and I believe these are actually cookies or biscuits, I should say. What does it say? It says light shortcake whirls with a lemon-flavored filling and smooth lemon flavor cream. So Mr. Kipling is all about the lemon right now. I'll give you one. I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but I think it's going to be too hard to share one of these. So they're kind of lopsided. He pulled it apart. So the filling is over. It's like it only covers about half of the inside of the.
Show this. It might be blurry, but you can still kind of see where the filling is.
Yeah, it's only about around half of it, and it's not in the middle. So apparently, Mr. Kipling might have had a couple too many drinks right before he made these.
Spread it. There,
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to try to do that with mine too. You got some good ideas, buddy boy.
It kind of worked.
It did kind of work. The other part doesn't really spread as much, but okay, let's see what this tastes like. First of all, I have to be honest. I'm a little confused about the difference between shortbread, shortcake, and short crust. You guys got a lot of short baked goods, and I'm not up on what the difference is between them. But that said, I think this is really good. The short cake is very buttery, which is nice. And then the, let's see, what is it? The lemon flavored filling and smooth lemon flavor cream. Both of those are really, really tasty. I like this a lot. One of them has a really nice kind of citrusy punch to it. And the other is just kind of a light, sweet.
It's kind of like an Oreo, but it's like, it's not, like, it doesn't taste like it, but it's like a cookie and then the filling. And then,
Yeah, I mean, in that it's a sandwich cookie kind of thing.
But we had to make it. Like, we had to spread it. That's the sad part.
A little disappointing. It was a bit of a DIY project. I like those, though. Those I would give a little bit higher. I would probably go about 8.5 on those. What do you think?
Same.
8.5? Ugh, gross. He's got icky, sticky fingers, and I don't want to have anything to do with that. All right. Which one of those two do you want to do next? Should we do the
chocolate cream? Wait, we have fries, right?
Oh, no, I've never heard of fries in the U.S. Okay, so this is...
We have it in our pantry.
What?
Don't we have fries in our pantry?
Well, if we did, it's other stuff that we've tried that we ordered from the UK. That we don't have their chocolate here.
I'm checking after this.
Okay, you can check all you want. Okay, so this is a fries chocolate cream Easter egg. And again, I don't know what happened here. The entire hollow egg broke horribly during shipping. And then also in the package is this fries chocolate cream, rich dark chocolate with a smooth fondant center. So let's try the chocolate from the egg first.
Oh, the egg looks like a
Here, I'm just gonna.
skin.
Yeah, it does have kind of a dinosaur. Well, actually, it's flowers.
Oh.
For spring, I'm sure.
There's dark chocolate.
This is from their Heritage collection, which I'm assuming is something fancier than normal.
There's dark chocolate, right?
Mm-hmm. So, as dark chocolate goes, pretty average at first, but then it's got a nice kind of creamy finish to it.
I like that one better than the other one.
Yeah, I do too, because it's a lot less sweet while you're eating it. So that was pretty good. I would probably give the dark chocolate egg a 7, maybe?
I'll give it a 7.25.
Oh, just because you don't want to high five me. Okay, let's see what this fries.
Do you want me to?
No,
I
no, your
can.
hands are so gross. All right, let's see what this fries chocolate bar filled with
More dark chocolate?
stuff. I guess so. So this is filled with you know, creamy center, dark chocolate, the creamy
I
center.
don't want it to be coconut. But
Oh man, that is sweet. Wow.
oh, yeah.
Holy cow. That smooth fondant center is too much for Louie.
Yeah, that's way. That's
Holy
that's
cow. That's even too sweet for you? That is absurdly sweet.
Oh.
Wow.
I literally took like, look, I took.
I
like,
know, you took
nothing.
like half of a bite of that thing. I can't,
Okay, I'm.
yipes. That is really sweet. All right. Well, it's a good thing they got a 7 for me on the dark chocolate egg, because I would have to go like a 3 on that, on the candy bar itself. It's
tastes
just,
like a flower. It's weird.
it tastes like a flower.
It does.
This was way too sweet for me. Yeah, I would give that a 3. Are you going to rate it?
A 5.
So you liked it more than I did, but. Okay, so this is our last of the British Easter treats, but then again, we've got a couple of American Easter treats that we want to share with you. All right, so these are Cadbury Mini Eggs Nest Cakes, and I have a feeling, based on the way these look, that this is going to be just a mini version of that chocolate Gateau, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks exactly like it, but smaller. So I'm just going to take a bite out of this, and then you can take it. You want to take the egg off the top, since you're Mr. Egg guy? It's a little different. There's like a vanilla cream inside. So yeah, this is definitely better than that chocolate Gateau too. I don't think it's as good as the mini eggs Choc cake that we had before, even though I think it's a lot of the same stuff. This is still a little denser and drier to me. So I would give this maybe a 6.
Same.
6? All right, high five time. Okay, that's it for our British treats. However, we want to tell you about a couple other things. So, in the United States, there is, so Easter, I would say, is probably the 3rd biggest holiday in terms of holiday-related stuff that's at the stores. So Christmas would definitely be the biggest, followed by Halloween, and then I would say...
No. Halloween and Christmas are almost the same because Halloween has so many Halloween-related stores.
Yeah, but it's basically, there's still not as much Halloween stuff as there is Christmas stuff. They are getting pretty close though. So one of the oldest special Easter treats in the U.S. is something called Peeps, which I don't think they sell these in the U.K., but they're basically these little marshmallow-flavored chicks that are covered in different colors of granulated sugar, like sugar crystals. And they've got these little eyes on them so that they look like chicks. And then later they came out with bunnies. It's basically the same thing, but it's just bunnies in different colors. And they do them for Christmas now, so they'll have like little reindeer heads or Christmas trees, and those are in different colors that are more Christmassy, and different flavors like, you know, hot cocoa and things like that.
They also do it for Halloween.
Yeah, they do them for Halloween too. But the regular Peeps all taste exactly the same. But they do have these special Peeps from time to time. And so I got a couple of these. So we got 2 different special Peeps. So these are not just marshmallows covered in sugar. These are Peeps filled delights. So we've got chocolate caramel swirl and raspberry flavored marshmallow dipped in a decadent cream flavored fudge. So which one do you want to try first? The caramel swirl or the raspberry? All right, I'm going to try the caramel swirl first because...
Oh, I didn't know.
It's already open.
It was open.
Sorry. I'm going to try the caramel swirl first because I think the raspberry one's actually going to be better. Oh, it smells amazing.
It has like a bottom.
Yeah, so the bottom is like covered in chocolate, which is not normally the case. Normally it's just the marshmallow and the sugar.
You took pictures of these, so I don't need to go there.
Yeah, so the filling is right at the very bottom, just inside that chocolate coating that's on the bottom, and the rest of it is just marshmallow like normal. So this chocolate caramel swirl is pretty good. You do get a nice hit of caramel, which is very gooey. It's not hard or really thick. It's a thinner caramel, and it's pretty gooey. So that's pretty good.
What I actually think that's making that worse is the chocolate on the bottom.
The raspberry one?
Yeah.
But it's not. That one's not chocolate flavored. It's cream flavored.
Well, whatever's on the bottom, because the Peep itself is really good.
All right. Well, we all know you love marshmallow. All right. So now I'm going to try the raspberry one. He's going to try the chocolate caramel swirl.
Good.
Okay. I think of the two, I definitely prefer the raspberry one, although it's a weird flavor raspberry. I mean, it's really, again, I mean, it's marshmallows covered in sugar. How could it not be ridiculously sweet? So not my favorite thing in the whole world. I would say if a regular Peep is a 5 because it's the baseline, then I would.
Regular Peeps are 10.
For you.
Good.
Yeah. But I'm saying for me, if a regular Peep is a 5, I would give the chocolate caramel, I'd probably give them both a 6.5, to be honest. The chocolate caramel swirl actually tasted like chocolate and caramel. The raspberry one tasted like some weird kind of chemical
think
raspberry.
That, the bottom doesn't really, it's making it worse.
I do. I agree that the bottom does not help the flavor. At least in the raspberry one. I think it did a little bit more in the other one. But I'd give them both a 6.5.
I guess so, yeah.
Same?
Yeah.
Oh, high five. Okay. Last thing we want to show you. So when you go to the stores for Easter, there's a bunch of individual candies. So something like a Reese's peanut butter cup, they'll have Reese's peanut butter eggs, and then they'll have white chocolate versions of the eggs. And there's, like the Cadbury mini eggs. There's all sorts of candies like that. That's chocolate with a candy shell that looks like an egg. There's also the malted milk ones, like it's kind of like a Maltesers, but in shaped like an egg and with a candy shell. All sorts of other candy things, and then you'll also see aisles full of these pre-made Easter baskets with a bunch of toys and candy inside, or sometimes it's just toys, sometimes it's just candy. You'll see a shot of that, of giving you an example. But I was at Walmart, which I do not shop at Walmart. I just want to say that. I know some of you may have been to a Walmart. If you haven't, you may have heard of Walmart. I don't shop there. I think it's a very depressing kind of, I don't know. I just don't like going into Walmart. However, I was looking for something specific that I was told they had there. And I went in, and in the Easter section, they had what is easily the most bizarre thing I have ever seen in my life. This is a magical Easter unicorn hollow birthday cake flavor with colorful rainbow sprinkles. Because, ladies and gentlemen, nothing says Jesus died for your sins, was crucified, and rose from the grave like a magical Easter unicorn with birthday cake flavor. What is the deal with this hideous, ridiculous thing? I have no idea. It is just so beyond strange.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can I see this?
What? What? What is your unicorn's name? Okay, so what's the first letter of your name? It's the first letter of your name. So it's elegant.
Oh, gosh.
Elegant sugar pumpkin.
Oh, wait, let's go with L.
Okay, let's. Lovely vanilla
sugar.
Cloud. This is the dumbest thing ever. And there's like some, I don't even know, there's some game or pin the tail on the unicorn kind of shenanigans going on here. I'm just going to take this thing out. So we're just going to try it. You don't want to eat it?
It's just disgusting.
It's so ugly. It's not even attractive. I mean, it's so ugly. I feel like I'm going to have nightmares after this thing.
Well, now you're going to kill it.
Oh, jeez. Now there's broken unicorn head all over my leg. It's okay. All right, let's give it a shot.
I don't want this. It's disgusting. Oh!
This is just foul. Oh, this is so bad. I mean, I guess it's it does actually taste like birthday cake.
No, it doesn't.
I thought it did. Just give it a minute. When it's in your mouth for a little bit. Yeah, right? So it's not really chocolate. It's just some kind of like,
someone would
you know,
eat
white
that
chocolate,
much of that.
white chocolate like confection. But yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. The thing is huge. There's way too much of it. It's beyond hideous. It's actually kind of nightmarish. And I mean, the flavor, once you get past the initial sweetness, which is terrible, the birthday cake flavor part of it, I actually like. The lingering
It tastes
birthday.
like skunk at first. Like skunk.
How would you know what a skunk tastes like?
Skunk bean boozle.
Oh gosh, that sounds gross.
You know what bean boozle?
Yeah, I know what bean boozled is. I didn't think it tasted like skunk. I just thought it was way too sweet. And then I just don't see the point of the whole thing. And it's just nightmarishly
no
ugly.
One can eat it then.
Yeah, that's
no one
right.
can eat that.
All right, so that's it for our Easter snacks extravaganza. Thanks as always for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and then hit that little bell so that you get notified when we make new videos. Thank you again. Hope you have a very happy Easter, or you're having, or you already had a very happy Easter, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.